Hello YouTube viewers, and welcome to my box opening video of the NZXT LEXA S Crafted Series case. Let's have a closer look at the box. On the front of the box, it looks to be a futuristic assembly line, and it says that it includes 4 fans, wire management, black interior, and dual fan control. On the side of the box, it has some specifications. It supports ATX and micro ATX motherboards. Drive bays, it has 4 external 5.25 and 7 3.5 hard drive bays, 7 expansion slots, cooling fan options. The front, there's a 120mm fan included. On the side, there's a 120mm blue LED fan included. On the top, there's one 140mm fan, but it can hold 2, and then on the rear it holds one 120mm fan. And the case dimensions are 528 by 196 by 480mm. The material is steel and it weighs 7 kilograms. On the back of the box it lists some more features, and I'm not going to read through all of those. There's a picture of the inside of the case, picture of the left side of the case, looks to be the fan and the window. And it also includes support for 2 SSD drives. The hard drives are not included, but there's a bracket. Now let's get to opening this. When I open a case, I open it from the bottom. There's styrofoam on either side. The case is in a plastic bag. There's plastic protection over the front, plastic protection over the side window and fan. On the back, there's the fan, 2 grommeted water cooling holes, IOD shield plate goes here, 7 expansion bays, more ventilation, bottom mounted power supply. On the right side of the case, no ventilation, windows, or fan. And on the top of the case, one 140mm fan, but also it could be switched out for a 120mm fan, and then an option for another 120 or 140mm fan. Okay, let's go into a little bit more detail of this LEXAS S computer case. On the back, there are 2 grommeted holes for water cooling. There are 2 thumb screws on each side. And let's open these up. By the way, these are really nice, decent sized thumb screws. Let's open the side panel. There's the fan the connectors for the fan controller. With this case, in the accessory box, you get a manual. You get more thumb screws. These screws for CD-ROM. Screws for hard drive. Screws for chassis, the motherboard standoff screws. Get a bag of screws for motherboard and power supply. And you get 8 rails, and then also you get the included solid state bracket. As you can see here, the rails have, if they'll focus, the rails have a silicone or rubber for anti-vibration. On where the power supply would be mounted, there are rubber feet that the power supply sits on. Underneath, there is a removable filter, which is really nice. That way you don't have to remove your power supply to get to the filter to clean it out. Also on the bottom of the case, there are plastic feet, but there are rubber inserts for anti-vibration on all 4 feet. Here's the power, the reset, the fan controller, there's a, if it'll pick it up, there's a 2, and then a 1, fan controller 1, fan controller 2, the NZXT case badge. On the front side, towards the bottom, on the left side, you have 2 USB, microphone, headphone jack, and external SATA port. And then here's where your hard drives will go. In there, side-mounted hard drives. And then you have 1 external 3.5-inch drive bay, but an option for looks to be 2 3.5-inch drives and 4 5.25-inch drives.